Hey, Mr. Stolberg here. I'm down in my spooky laboratory, or my basement. And I'm here to show you a demonstration today. And this demonstration is going to prove the law of conservation of matter. You guys should already know the law of conservation of matter, but in case you don't, here it is. Oh, whoop. Cut that. So to do this demonstration, there's a couple of things that we're going to need. First off, we're going to need vinegar. And then I have antacid tablets to react to the vinegar. I have a container with a lid that is very important. No matter what you're doing to demonstrate the law of conservation, you're probably going to need something with a lid, because when we create a reaction, sometimes we create a new state of matter, such as a gas, and gases will escape. So you've got to be able to keep it all in, or else you're not really proving anything, because you didn't destroy matter, but you let some of it get away. So we've got to have a lid. And then I have a scale and a measuring cup, so that we can be precise each time that we do this and make sure that we have a fair test. Normally for this kind of experiment you'd want to wear goggles and probably a lab coat, but since I'm at my creepy laboratory here in my basement, I don't have those things. But hold on just a second, let me see what I can come up with. Oh, yeah, no. What is this? Igor, did you do that? No. This is my assistant, Igor. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Let's try again. Whoa, what? Oh, well, it's a little better, I guess. Let me try one more time. Ooh, yeah, better not snap with that hand. Ooh, well, okay. Well, I guess I'm just back to normal, so we'll just stick with this. All right, let's keep going. So what we are going to do is we are going to take 1/3 cup of vinegar. The sweet smell of vinegar. And I'm going to pour it into my container. Now, it doesn't matter what amount you use, you just need to know what amount you're using so you can use the same amount every time. I'm using 1/3 because that about fills my cup right here. So we have a 1/3 cup of vinegar, and I'm going to use 2 antacid tablets. And what this antacid tablet is going to do is react with the vinegar. It's going to start bubbling. We're going to see some signs of a chemical change. The bubbles are definitely going to be a big sign of that. And what's really happening in there is it's creating a new substance, a gas. We're going to keep the lid on so that gas doesn't escape. And the question is, because it's creating that new gas there, is that going to change the amount of mass that's inside this container that's going to be on our scale? And if we follow the law of conservation, the answer should be no. So we're going to find that out by weighing everything first, or finding the mass first, and then doing the chemical reaction, and then checking the mass again. So let's go ahead and get started by putting our materials on the scale. Everything that we're going to use is going to go on the scale. Put the vinegar and the tablets on the scale. Okay, so we've got our vinegar and our tablets on the scale. Both tablets are there. Looks like we've got 3.5 ounce, 4.5 ounce. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put the tablets into the vinegar. This will take a little bit. I can already see some bubbling happening though, so it's happening, it's coming. I'm so excited. Now let's wait. There's the scale. Can you see anything happening? Do you see the bubbles? Igor, what do you see? He sees bubbles. Yeah, there's definitely tiny bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to pick it up and show it to you, but I want you to see that it's still at 3.45. Alright, so let's take a look. There's definitely something happening in there. Alright, so something has definitely gone on in there. Water's changed color, There were a lot of bubbles, a lot of pressure is built up on that cap. Now if I unscrew it to look, it's going to let something out. So we can't do that. So let's check our mass here. So we're going to take this bag off the scale. We're going to start the scale. And still 3.45. So now I think we've done it. I think we. So look at that. We're still at 3.45. So no matter what we did in here, there's film, there's bubbles. The tablets are definitely not the same anymore. A change has happened, but the mass is still the same. It's still the same amount of stuff, even though it's different. I think we did it. I think we proved the law of conservation. If you want to try to prove it, there's a lot of different things you could do. You could even do a physical change like melting ice. You could do vinegar and baking soda. You could do the elephant toothpaste experiment. As long as you keep all that matter there, it shouldn't change. So give it a try, see what you can come up with, and see if you can prove that law of conservation.